it is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. The ends justify the means. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. Politics have no relation to morals. Entrepreneurs are simply those who understand that there is little difference between obstacle and opportunity and are able to turn both to their advantage. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when by doing so it would be against his interests. War is just when it is necessary, unjust when it is unnecessary. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel. Everyone sees what you appear to be, few really know what you are. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. I am not interested in preserving the status quo, I want to overthrow it. The wise man does not try to be liked, he tries to be respected. There is no avoiding war, it can only be postponed to the advantage of others. There is no other way to guard yourself against flattery than by making men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you. He who neglects what is done for what ought to be done, sooner effects his ruin than his preservation. Never was anything great achieved without danger. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. One change always leaves the way open for the establishment of others. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. The wise man does not reveal all that he knows, but he knows all that he reveals. A prince never lacks legitimate reasons to break his promise. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. The first and greatest punishment of the liar is that he cannot believe anyone else. A prince should be slow to punish and quick to reward. It is much more secure to be feared than to be loved. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. Men rise from one ambition to another, first, They seek to secure themselves against attack, and then they attack others. When you disarm the people, you commence to offend them, and show that you distrust them either through cowardice or lack of confidence, and both of these opinions generate hatred. It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. The wise man does what he can, and the foolish man does what he must. Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. The art of war is not to die for your country, but to make the other bastard die for his. If an injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. Before all else, be armed. Men are more apt to be mistaken in their generalizations than in their particular observations. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. The promise given was a necessity of the past, the word broken is a necessity of the present. Politics have no relation to morals. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Love conquers all things, let us to surrender to love. There is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more perilous to conduct, or more uncertain in its success than to take the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. If you want to make enemies, try to change something. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Anyone who wants to found a state and give it laws must start with assuming that all men are bad and ever ready to display their vicious nature whenever they may find occasion for it. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel. Everyone sees what you appear to be, few really know what you are. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. Games and sports are outlets for our destructive instincts designed to simulate the art of killing.